Is Tchouameni to Arsenal a real possibility this summer transfer window? Yes, people, wife boy, and we're back to another Arsenal transfer news video. As always, if you absolutely love being kept up to date with daily Arsenal transfer news vids, this is the place to be. Make sure you subscribe down below, my road to 4,000 subscribers, and hit the bell notification button so you never miss a future video on this channel. It's a win-win for both of us. And let me know in the comment section your thoughts on Tchouameni's potential move to Arsenal. Do you think it will happen? And would you love it to happen? Let's not waste any more time and get straight into the tweet brought today by Football Transfer stating this: Real Madrid will sell either Valverde or Tchouameni for 80 to 100 million euros. The club will invest hugely in Kylian Mbappe, and that is via Marca, which is a Spanish newspaper, a reputable one as well, which is stating this. And this is very, very interesting, guys, because I've come out before and I've released a video on Tchouameni and stated that Arteta and Arsenal do have a clear interest in Aurelian Tchouameni. Arteta views him as a brilliant defensive midfielder, and myself as well. We're on the same wavelength in that sense. But we always knew it's going to be a difficult deal. The player doesn't want to leave Real Madrid, and Real Madrid don't necessarily want to sell. But there's a certain player out in France who's a bit unhappy right now, and his name is Kylian Mbappe. And for those who don't know who Kylian Mbappe is, I'll be surprised if you don't know. For me, he's the best player on planet Earth right now. He's unhappy at PSG, and he wants to move. Now, he said he wants to move after his contract ends. That makes sense for him, because then he'll go for free. And when a player goes for free, they can get higher wages because the club understands, because they're not paying a transfer fee, it becomes a straight shootout and they have to pay more wages for the player because he could sign for anyone at that point. But PSG have basically told him, look, if you don't sign a new contract, you're going this season, mate. We're not losing you for free. And that means they're probably going to sell Mbappe, because I can't see Mbappe staying at PSG past 2024. At that point, he becomes 25 and he spent his whole career in the French league. Bit of a waste, in my opinion, for someone that could go down as the greatest footballer of all time one day. Already won a World Cup to his name, etc. So they might sell him this season. Now, the obvious candidate is Real Madrid. The player's got an interest in Real Madrid. Real Madrid have an interest in a player. It's Real Madrid, guys. For me, the biggest club in Europe. If they want a player, they can get that player. The problem is money. They've just signed Jude Bellingham for 100 million. They're going to need to recoup some cash, because Kylian Mbappe, I mean, it's quoted 150 million, could be the special amount that will prize him away from PSG. And for all Real Madrid's money they've got in the locker, for all that Perez does, Florentino Perez, for them being the biggest club in Europe, they ain't got another 150 million lying about just like that in cash reserves. I mean, they're going to have to sell players. Now, fortunately, Real Madrid have got the players to sell. The problem is, they don't want to sell all of them. They ain't going to sell Vinicius Jr., they ain't going to sell Rodrigo. So then you're stuck sitting there thinking, we've just signed Bellingham, so we probably will have to sell a Camavinga, Tchouameni or Valverde, because they're other midfield options. There's no point selling Kroos. There's no point selling Modric, because they don't have any sell-on value anyway. You're not going to make it 80 million from those players. And for what they bring to the team, it's not worth selling them. So if you're looking from that sense, it's process of elimination that either Valverde or Tchouameni is going to go. Now, I don't think either of those players want to leave Real Madrid. They both play regularly. They're the best club in Europe. Why would you want to leave? It's not like they're sitting on the bench like Ødegaard was at Real Madrid, for example. But if they are going to go, they're going to have to, for Real Madrid to make the money to sign Mbappe. And that is where Arsenal potentially could slide in. I mentioned before that Arsenal have an interest in Tchouameni. Arteta's got a keen interest in the player. He's a brilliant footballer, Tchouameni, by the way, man. I mean, those of you that obviously that are in England will know that he scored the goal against England in the World Cup semi-final. Semi-final? No. It was quarter-final, I believe. In the World Cup in 2022 in Qatar. Brilliant goal, by the way. And this is a young player, but he matches Arteta's DNA of what he wants in a footballer. Young, but got experience. World Cup finals. Champions Leagues. Like, Tchouameni's been there in the big moments despite his young age. He's not there shivering in the key moments. He's embracing the lights. Embracing all the pressure situations. Pressure makes diamond, and boy, is Tchouameni a diamond. So, I think it'd be a perfect signing for Arsenal. Now, it does hinge on Thomas Partey leaving. I can't see us spending any sort of money on Tchouameni if Thomas Partey is to stay at Arsenal Football Club. And to be honest, I've said this before, I don't mind Partey staying. But if Thomas Partey is to go, you've got to bring in a top caliber defensive midfielder. If that is Moises Caicedo, if that is Aurelian Tchouameni, so be it. But that can't be Romeo Lavia. That can't be someone of that ilk. Nothing against Romeo Lavia, but the guy's just a bit young. He's just a bit inexperienced for me. Like, age is one thing, but the inexperience is another. He just got relegated with Southampton. And the CDM is an important position on the pitch. Like, in my opinion, the most important position on the football pitch. You can't have no young buck, no inexperienced, no rookie playing in that position. You got to have someone that's been around the block a little bit. So they don't have to be 27, 28, but at least have played the big games like Tchouameni, like Caicedo at least have. Romeo Lavia hasn't done that. So for me, if you're looking at that CDM position, Tchouameni will be exactly the name I'd be looking at. Exactly the type of name. And the thing is, these type of situations don't come around often. I always say take advantage and don't get complacent. Arsenal is a massive football club. We've got fans everywhere on planet Earth. But right now, we've got Champions League as well. And we haven't had that luxury in the previous 6-7 seasons. We haven't had the luxury in the transfer market going to sign players knowing that we've got the Champions League football backing behind us. Because make no mistake about it, guys, yeah? Declan Rice knows Arsenal's a massive football club. But if we didn't have Champions League football, we ain't signing Declan Rice. If we didn't have Champions League football, we might not have signed Aurelian Tchouameni or Kai Havertz. When you have Champions League football, you can sign these top caliber pedigree players. There's a reason that Arsenal's record transfer signing has been Declan Rice. There's a reason, in my opinion, Arsenal haven't signed a world-class player since Mesut Ozil until Declan Rice. It's because we didn't have Champions League football. No world-class players wanted to come to Arsenal without Champions League football. Your name only goes so far. So when I look at it in that sense, right now, if a player wants to leave Real Madrid, Arsenal is a good option to go to. It's not like Tchouameni is going to a complete massive fall-off in Arsenal. Like, Arsenal isn't at the calibre that Real Madrid are, but very few teams are at that calibre, if any. So if you go into Arsenal, it's a good move still. Like, it's not like Tchouameni's completely fallen off. He goes to the Premier League, the best league in Europe. He goes to a team that almost won the Premier League last season. Young manager, young team, great players in Odegaard, Saka, Martinelli, etc. Declan Rice, like young Saliba, brilliant young footballers. Got French DNA in the football club already. Players like Vieira, Emmanuel Petit, Thierry Henry, how can I forget? Like top young French footballers that come up through the ranks already. So if you're looking at it from that sense, the move makes sense for Tchouameni. Yes, he may want to stay at Real Madrid, but if Arsenal come knocking, I can't see him declining Arsenal. If Real Madrid have said, look, you need to go. If Real Madrid say, look, Tchouameni, you need to go. We need to sign Mbappe. We'll let you go to Arsenal. He's not going to sit there and go, oh, Arsenal. Why am I end up in Arsenal? He's going to sit there and go, you know what? I might not want to leave Real Madrid, but Arsenal's a good option. I've seen Odegaard go there and thrive. I've seen Ozil go there in previous seasons and thrive. Why not? Why not come to the Premier League and test my talents at Arsenal? So, if Arsenal can make the move happen, it'd be absolutely brilliant. I've said this before, guys. Yes, we've signed Rice. Yes, we've signed Timber. Yes, we've signed Kai Havertz. But we need definitely another defensive midfielder for me. Definitely. Because if I look at it this way, right? Is Rice, Havertz and Odegaard a better midfield than Xhaka, Partey and Odegaard? Because for me, it isn't. It's too unbalanced. Now, obviously, I don't know. I haven't seen Havertz, Rice and Odegaard play together. And for all I know, that might not even be the system that Arteta wants to play. It might be Partey, Rice and Odegaard. Or it might be Jorginho, Rice and Odegaard. But from the standpoint that the rumours are suggesting, which it is, Rice, Havertz and Odegaard, it's a little bit unbalanced. Now, if you make that Tchouameni, Rice and Odegaard, now we're cooking. Now we're looking at a top tier midfield that can compete with any midfield in Europe. So it's all about what Arsenal want to do here. And if we're willing to spend the money, go for Tchouameni, man. Go for Tchouameni. I'd love Caicedo as well, but it seems though Chelsea in the driving seat. But look, that shouldn't mean anything. We were in the driving seat for Mykhailo Mudryk. Chelsea came slid in and took Mudryk. How about we deal some karma? How about we dish out some revenge? Revenge is a dish best served cold. Go and steal Caicedo from Chelsea. But look, Caicedo, Tchouameni, either of those, I don't mind. I'm not picky. One of those two players will be absolutely fantastic for me, in my opinion. Get that over the line. Bring them through the door. That is the top talent players. Those are the type of caliber I want to see Arsenal sign. Exercising our right to sign these top players with the Champions League football behind us, with that sort of budget, with the fact we've got the young team, with the fact that we've got brilliant manager and players around us. That's what I want to see us do. I want to see us supplement that with some top talents like Tchouameni. That's what we need to do for Arsenal Football Club. And look, people say we haven't got the money to sign Tchouameni. We ain't got 8 million. And I agree we don't right now. But we're going to sell some players. Look, if Tierney needs to go, if Lokonga needs to go, if Eddie Nketiah or Balogun needs to go, fine. You can make 80 million from those 3 players at least. Then you throw in Pepe. Then you throw in Holding. You throw in that Xhaka's already gone for 21.5 million. Pablo Mari's already gone for 6 million. Look, you don't have to be the best negotiator on planet Earth. You don't have to be the Wolf of Wall Street negotiating to sell our French players for 100 million. Because the way I look at it is this. If your player ain't contributing to you win the Premier League, sell him. Is Rob Holding going to help us win the Premier League? No. Sell him. Is Cedric Soares going to help us win the Premier League? No. Sell him. Same with Pepe. Same with players like that. Just sell them, man. It's ruthless, but that's football. You sell them and you invest in something better. And boy, is Tchouameni something better. That's how I like to look at Arsenal Football Club. So look, can Arsenal get Tchouameni? Of course, but it's gonna take a lot of outgoings first, and we've got to also move quickly because who knows, man, he might go to another club, or they might sell Valverde to Liverpool and suddenly Tchouameni is not on the market anymore. It's one of those things. But the speed's the nature of the game. Speed is the number one thing in business, man. Move quickly. And if Arsenal get rid of these players quickly and sell quickly, then we can make some more additions. Because for me, the transfer window is not done just quite yet. If I have to give it right now rating, a 7 out of 10. But we need to sell and we need to buy a CDM in my opinion. And then next summer, break the bank on a top caliber striker. That's what I'd like to see Arsenal do. But that's just my thoughts on Tchouameni potentially being back on Arsenal's radar and a move potentially materialising. I can see it happening. I genuinely can. I don't think it's likely right now. I'd give its likelihood probably a 3 or 4 out of 10. But there is a route to success here. There is a route to Tchouameni playing at the Emirates next season. It's just all about how Arsenal want to sell and if Arsenal are willing to put the money down on Tchouameni. That's just my thoughts on it. But I appreciate you guys all for tuning in. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section regarding Tchouameni to Arsenal. A, do you think this deal will happen? And B, more importantly, do you want this deal to happen? Or do you rather Arsenal target someone else, like I said, or a new position in general? What would be your thoughts? If you're new around here, make sure you subscribe. I'm already to 4,000 subscribers and hit the bell notification button for daily Arsenal transfer news videos. I promise you do not want to miss them. And make sure you drop a like down below so this video gets out to more people on the algorithm. I've been Wi-Fi, but I appreciate you guys all for tuning into this video today on Tchouameni's potential move to Arsenal. And I hope to see you all in my next one. Take care.